Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jin, and today I'll be checking out Death Note episode 12. Yeah, episode 12. So in the last episode, guys, they revealed another Kira, and she's a girl, and she has the Shinigami eyes. Isn't that cool? That's just wild. So there are other people with Death Notes. It's not just Light. That's what I'm seeing now. That's just interesting. So what does this mean for Light then? Will he be the top of the Death Notes owners or users? Or is it that he has competition now? And will they be fighting against each other? Also, will this girl team up with Light? She seems to want to meet him because that's what she said. She wants to get closer to him, and it doesn't seem like she wants to get rid of him. It seems like she wants to be friendly with Light. So I don't know. I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next because this is having me on the edge of my seat, guys. I actually realized that there was someone else doing the killings outside of the broadcasting area, the news area, outside of that building. When that guy fell from the when he got the heart attack, that cop, I was like, yeah, there's no way Light knows the name of that person, so it can't be Light. I was still speculating though and wondering if it's Light, but because he could have done the deal with Ryuk. Maybe he changed his mind, just got the eyes. So I was still wondering if it's Light, but I was stronger on thinking that it's someone else because of how the person operates. I mean, Light isn't like that. He's different. He doesn't really do things like that. So yeah. And this was unnecessary for him to do, if. So I was thinking more like it's another person with the Shinigami eyes to actually see the names by just looking at their face, or yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it, guys. So make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, join the journey. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. So subscribe if you are watching my videos, okay? Now let's get right into it. Love.
Light, Ryuzaki has decided that he'd like you to help with the investigation. If you're still interested, then you need to come here right away.
Okay, Dad. For long, I've been trying to find a way to get involved in the investigation. But I never thought they would actually approach me. Now I'll have access to classified information about the case, which means I can learn more about this other Kira. I need to figure out what this imposter is all about before someone else on the task force beats me to it.
You Light?
Not at all. After all, I want to catch Kira as much as you do, Ryuga.
I'll have to ask that you call me Ryuzaki here.
Then perhaps I should call myself Light Asahi?
Yes, please do. To keep things simple from this point on, I'll call you Light. Okay, let's get down to work. You can start by looking over all the information we've collected. I'd also like you to examine these videos. They were sent to the TV station, but they never aired. For security reasons, you're not permitted to take notes, and all materials must remain here.
I understand. We will begin now.
So he won't be able to take any notes.
Light. We need to ask Light Yagami to assist us. However, we cannot tell him that we're considering the possibility of a second Kira.
Yes.
Are you serious? But wouldn't that make working together a bit difficult?
He's right. Why?
Even father asking him to work with us.
I'm curious to see what his impression of these tapes will be prior to knowing ours. Light's deductive reasoning is really quite incredible. He may suspect that these tapes are the work of a second Kira.
He knows already because he's the first Kira.
Fit the normal profile. Without hearing our explanation, how would Light ever know that?
Yes, but there's a name and a face to kill his victims.
Yes, that we know.
There's something different happening here. Recall that Mr. Ukita was killed the moment he arrived at the station.
That's facts.
Kira demanded only that I appear on TV, but made no request for my name. This implies that the second Kira only needs to see a person's face to kill them. So I'll ask Light to look over all of our information in this case.
But how will that prove anything?
Logically, if he's really Kira, he'll want me dead, seeing as I'm the one leading the investigation against him right now. I can't see the real Kira jeopardizing such an easy opportunity to get rid of me.
Okay, but are you suggesting that if my son does not come to the same conclusion, there's an even greater chance that he is guilty?
No. In that case, there will still only be a 5% chance. We'll inform him that we are investigating the possibility of a copycat and cooperate with us in this way.
I wonder what Light is going to say.
This
Because
video is so mediocre. It's making me sick to my stomach. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm the real one, but this is a complete
Yes.
disgrace to everything Kira stands for.
he hates the way it looks, because that Kira is just being kind of whack.
In any case, I'd be stupid to comment on it. It's probably best if I stay out.
Yes, because you'll look suspicious. Because how will you know there's a second
Have you come
Kira?
to any conclusions?
Damn, it's a test.
It
It's
is,
hard
of
to say
course.
for sure, but there might be another person out there with Kira's power.
With Kira's power? But what do you mean by that, Light?
At the very least, I'd say this tape was not created by the Kira we're familiar with. It's extremely out of character for him to use these kinds of victims for his killings.
Yes.
Since we've established that he needs a name and face to kill, it makes you wonder how he was able to kill that detective and those two officers.
Yeah,
right
he has
outside the
access to
police
that
station.
information, so it makes sense that he would pick up
It's the same.
that
That's
soon.
almost exactly how Ryozaki said it.
That was incredible, Light. Now any doubts about you should be resolved.
I think you're exactly right about that. We also believe that this is the work of a second Kira.
I knew it. So you knew about this all along, Ryuzaki? Which means this was just another one of your tests?
It wasn't my intention to test you. The truth is, if I was the only one who thought there was a second Kira, it wouldn't be too convincing. But the fact that we both came to the same conclusion makes
Yes,
really
it means you're right.
As expected, you did not disappoint us. You've been a great help. It's decided then. First, we must focus on stopping this copycat. From what we've seen, he sympathizes with the real Kira, but clearly lacks his sophistication. I think he might even be willing to obey the original. If so,
Yes.
lure him into a trap. by
Ella's
saying-
so right. That person will obey Light. That's the crazy part, you
Words
know.
right out of my mouth.
That's the issue.
No, and Light,
Because she has the eyes.
I would like you to play the part of the real Kira.
Huh? Me as Kira?
Yes, you're the only one I can think of who'd be able to pull something like this off. At any rate, we don't
He's supposed to play the original Kira? What?
Message from Kira in time for it to be aired on this evening's national news.
Damn. He must have been planning this from the beginning. It's the only reason I'm here. Misaki, does this look okay? I think I managed to make it
Believable.
I think you've done an excellent job with this. However, if we don't omit the part that says
Oh,
you're
that
free
is
to
so
kill
awesome.
Bell, then I'm gonna end up.
Sorry. I guess I got carried away playing the part. I figured if I was him, I'd probably demand that he be killed.
The fake laugh. Oh my gosh.
Feel free to change it to whatever you like.
And now, a shocking announcement. In response to the frightening Kira video aired on Sakura TV only a few days ago, an anonymous individual has contacted us claiming to be the real Kira. In short, he has demanded of this network.
This is
we
insane.
air the message you are now.
He's actually Kira though.
I would also like to mention that the NPA
The original
has
one.
permission to air this video. Is this the real Kira? No one knows for sure, but we can only hope this video will provide us with some much-needed answers.
I am Kira,
It worked! I knew he'd answer me.
the true Kira. Is to communicate my will to this imposter. I have chosen to be lenient with him for the time being, only because I believe he wishes to cooperate with me in the creation of a new world. But I want to make it absolutely clear that the taking of innocent lives is against my will. If this person claiming to be me is truly sympathetic to my cause and wishes to be of some help, I ask two things of him. Are you afraid from failing needlessly? May he agree to abide by my mission.
Now where is that camcorder?
planning to do?
Hello? Do you really need to ask? I'm going to reply to him, of course.
She's excited.
Ryuzaki, we have a reply from the second Kita.
She replied.
Really?
I'll be bringing over the
Did they say
envelope
7 days
you
later?
received, but in the meantime, I'm streaming a copy of the video so you can view it on your end.
Kira, thank you for your reply. Please do not worry. I will follow orders and do as you say.
Whoa, it worked.
I will do as you say, huh? This guy's gonna be no help at all. If this fake had any idea what my wishes were, he'd insist that Elle appear on TV and then kill him anyway. How could you fall for something like this? Damn it.
Because she just wants to meet you. And she doesn't think the
I
same.
don't think you have the eyes. But you don't have to worry. I would never try to kill you. That's a promise.
What the hell is he thinking? Talking about Shinigami eyes in a public message like this.
What's this having the eyes supposed to mean? Is it a code?
Yeah.
It's not a code.
Tell me how I can meet you without the police knowing. You'll think of something, and when we meet, we
She revealed that. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with her?
Shinigami?
He's a liability. If I don't do something about him quick.
She's spilling the beans. What's wrong with Elle?
Am I supposed to believe that? That Shinigami actually exist?
He knows about them? Oh my gosh. And he thought it was a myth, didn't he? So now he's knowing that Shinigami is real.
Shinigami? Am I supposed to believe that? That Shinigami actually exist?
Yes.
Possible. Obviously, they don't exist.
Yes, that's right, Ryuzaki. Listen to yourself. Of course Shinigami don't exist.
You're probably right, but I remember that Kira had those prisoners write something suggesting the existence of Shinigami.
So based
Yes.
on that fact, perhaps we're dealing with the same person after all. That would definitely explain why we're hearing the same words.
I don't think so, because if this was the same person, it's highly unlikely he would have responded to our video in the first place. And why would he agree to let Elle live after going to all the trouble of getting him to appear on TV? The real Kira wants him dead. So, it doesn't make sense.
maybe there's some other connection between the real one and this new guy. They could have already met and decided to use the word
Shinigami as a way to confuse us. No, I'd say that's unlikely. It's as Light says. If the two Kiras were connected, I don't think the imposter would be so willing to give up on his plan to kill me. All of this suggests to me that the copycat has his own agenda and is acting independently of the first. I believe his actual motivation is to meet the original.
Yes, that's actually true.
He's acting out of an interest in Kira. The word Shinigami could very well be some reference to their killing power. Saying we can confirm our identities by showing our Shinigami to each other probably means that they'd confirm their identities by somehow demonstrating their ability to kill.
Yes, that's it. Based on their messages, we can assume that the word Shinigami was told some other
Meaning that only the real Kira and the second.
Wow, Light is really trying to get him to
Just
not
need to
believe in
convince this
Shinigami.
copycat to tell us what that is.
So will you respond and force him to be more specific? We have to be careful how we handle this. We can't make it too obvious that we're asking, otherwise he'll realize we're not Kira.
No, from now on, it's best that we leave it up to the two Kiras.
What do you mean? I imagine that the second Kira is probably quite satisfied with the current situation.
Now that he's received a televised response, he sent a message to get Kira's attention, and as far as he knows, he now has it. Also, there's that
Yes.
word he used, one that only the two of them would understand. We'll arrange to have this reply broadcast today on Sakura's 6 o'clock news. Naturally, this will be of interest to Kira, and he'll be following this exchange between the copycat and the one we've invented. This is good for us, because it means that the real Kira may feel pressured to respond this time.
Okay, but let's say that he doesn't respond. Then what do we do?
For one, he might reveal more information that he knows Kira once kept secret. To pressure him into a meeting, of course, that would make Kira nervous. It could be interesting.
Ideally, this could provide us with physical evidence we will need to build a case against him.
In the meantime, let's gather all the information we can on this copycat.
Wow.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
It's getting too interesting. It's getting too wild for me.
I'm
I can't believe she revealed that information.
You look like a little angel.
She's like, she said it outright. She's like, oh, I have the eyes of the
That shit went on
Shinigami.
forever.
What?
Modeling takes a lot of energy.
Also, her Shinigami seems
Huh?
a bit more caring.
Can I ask you something?
Like she's concerned about her actions.
Each Shinigami has to have one death note of their own. For a Shinigami to give a notebook to a human, he needs to have two. Ryu could give a death note to Kira because he somehow found a way to sneak an extra one past the Shinigami King.
Right.
What about you?
The Shinigami King isn't someone who's easily fooled. It doesn't happen often.
Oh, then how did I get mine?
Let's just say it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm one of the few in the Shinigami realm who knows how to kill another of my kind. That's how I ended up with two.
Oh.
She killed another Shinigami?
You killed the Shinigami and then you gave his notebook to me, right?
It's not like that. I wasn't the one who killed him.
Who did?
I just happened to be around when he died. It was coincidence, really.
So, how do you kill Shinigami? I have to know.
What?
Never repeat this to anyone. I learned the only way to kill a Shinigami is to make them fall in love with a human.
Fall in love with a human?
Way to kill.
It's not happening to her, is it?
There once was a Shinigami named Gelus who spent all of his time watching over a certain human girl. Gelus wanted nothing more than to look at her as she went about her daily life.
She's telling her a lot of stuff. Why would she reveal that?
It's today, isn't it? Her last day alive.
She looks so full of life.
Her last day alive?
It's just not fair.
I also wanted to find out how she was going to die, so I stayed and watched with him. It was nighttime and she was walking alone. No one else was around. And then it happened.
Oh no.
A man suddenly appeared and blocked her path. He was clearly infatuated with the girl.
I love you more than anyone else in the world. I'm always watching you. I want to protect you forever.
She'd never seen me like before, and of course turned him down.
Oh no.
Wait, stop it. What are you doing?
What's he doing?
Without even thinking, Gelus did something that we Shinigami must never do.
He wrote down his name.
Gelus used his death notes to kill the man instantly, and therefore save the girl's life. It was the wrong thing to do. Shinigami exist only to shorten and take human lives. We aren't
Oh.
permitted to undo that which is not fated.
Wow. So he saved her. And then he died. So that's what happens when you save a human?
He died. The only reminder of his existence was his death note, left behind.
So that's how she got the other
rest of
death
his
note.
lifespan was added to hers. So not only had he saved her life, he'd accidentally extended it well beyond its natural end.
Oh.
Fallen in love with this girl. He'd probably still be alive today, wouldn't he?
That's right.
I had no idea. All this time I thought it was luck, but it was a Shinigami who saved my life that day.
Yes. Gelus loved you enough to die for you. So that
Wait, what did she say just now?
For Shinigami to die, they have to love a human enough that they prevent their death from happening. So what about you, Rem? You're not in love with me, are you? Be
Yeah, I
honest.
was asking.
Just forget it.
You really think you could kill me that easily?
You saw through that? I'm so glad. At least now I have something interesting to tell Kira.
But I wonder, does he know how to KILL a Shinigami?
No, he
I asked him
doesn't.
on TV to find a way for us to meet each other, but he hasn't replied to me yet. What's taking him so long?
Maybe I should just send him another message.
This isn't good. I can't allow this second
Kira to act on his own for much longer. He's careless, so it's only a matter of time before he slips up.
She has a lot of information though, a lot of knowledge about Shinigamis.
Something to start.
There she is.
Sunday, please.
Are they going to meet now or?
The second Kira without El noticing anything.
Here you go. Enjoy.
I wonder, what kind of person are you, imposter?
I wonder, what kind of person are you, Kira?
They're so cute. Yeah, of course, it's the end. Okay, so her Shinigami said something. She said that the Shinigami that saved the girl, since he saved her, her lifespan is longer than regular humans. Like it got longer. So is she going to live? Is she going to stay? Well, I don't know if she's going to stay young, but maybe she won't. She just won't die soon or die like like regular humans. Like after a while, she's gonna live. She's kind of like an immortal now, almost. Since he died, she was able to get that death note because it's his death note. But I didn't know that you can kill a Shinigami. Of course, Ryu couldn't tell Light that information. I mean, why would he? So what you have to do is you have to get them to be in love with a person, with a human, and yeah, you can kill them that way. That makes a lot of sense because they're actually supposed to take human lives, not supposed to save them. But yeah, I was thinking that her Shinigami seems a little attached to her. I don't know. I feel like she cares about her, even though she's like, oh, I'm not in love with you or I don't love you. Maybe she doesn't love her as yet, but she's showing a bit more attachment than Ryuk to Light. I mean, Ryuk I think he does stuff only when he's affected. Like when Ray was following them and he felt creeped out and he was like, I'm going to tell you this because I'm creeped out by this guy following us. But this Shinigami with this girl, she seems like she just shares information right off the bat with her. Like, why is she so compliant? Does she care about her? Is she attached to her? I don't know. She's seeming a bit different from Ryuk, in my opinion. But I guess I'll see their relationship more in the next episode. Also, the plan that Elle came up with is pretty good, to have Light pretend to be the real Kira and to have them meet so that they can get close to the other Kira. But of course, Light is going to figure out how to meet with the second Kira to do his plans without Elle finding out, because he needs to keep this Kira in check because she's just spilling the beans like that. She's just letting it out there, airing it out to the police force. Because what? I guess she just doesn't care, but you can't just put the information out like that because that will allow them to be able to catch you and stop you. You need them to not know stuff that you can do. That will allow them to find out who you are and lock you up. So you want to have them you want them to have the least information as possible about what you're doing, about your abilities. They can use it against you. So, but she doesn't seem like the type to think like Light. Like, she's just, I think she's kind of careless. Like Light said, she has the information. She's not slow, but she also doesn't care. So, well, that's the end of it, guys. I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And yeah, bye.